When you look throughout the world, throughout history, the most radical times, the times of Muhammed, the times of Siddartha, the times of Jesus Christ, there was a radical revolt against the status quo. And right now we have so much hate and division in our neighborhoods and in our communities that it's hard to start thinking about what progress would look like. We're perpetually at war. $3.5 trillion, 61% of $3.5 trillion has gone missing. The Department of Defense has failed its 5th consecutive audit. That's something that's difficult for me as a combat veteran to deal with. I want to see that our money is being spent properly. Not just overseas, but if we're going to talk about $883 billion military budget, some of that defense should start right at our border. 8 million illegal immigrants are expected to have come into this country over the course of Biden's presidency. And Governor Newsom wants to give them $300 a week in unemployment when Americans don't get this. He wants to give them Medi-Cal when Americans don't have health care. We spend more than any developed nation in the world on health care, and we don't get it. 650,000 people declare medical bankruptcy in America every year. Our system is broken. We can see clearly that our problems are here. They're not abroad. We have homeless under every bridge in Riverside County. We have an education system that is falling apart, that desperately begs to be revitalized. Why not give our kids school choice? Why not bring trades back into the schools? Why not give them certificate programs and licensing programs so that there's value in K through 12 education? 60% of people don't go off to college. And the 40% of people who do go off to college don't graduate. What are we doing for them? Finally, if America is going to be run like a business, which it should be run like a business, we need to balance that budget. And we as American taxpayers who've been investing in this business for 200 plus years should start earning some money for our investments. Not just constantly shelling out dough, but earning a dividend based on the gross domestic product of what we send out. There are things that yield returns if we invest in them properly. Uranium is nuclear energy. Water, desalination. We have our vice president talking about how in the future wars will be fought over water. I don't want to live in that world with an 800-mile coastline and technology to funnel fresh water inland so that we can make California farms green again, so that we can start growing the food that we eat here. We need to invest in lithium. We need to invest in oil. And finally, we need to invest in people. People are our most valuable and underutilized resource on the planet. It is time that we start acting like it. When you invest in these things, it yields a return. You start making more money on taxes. You start getting an opportunity to balance that budget. And finally, if the kingdom of heaven is at hand, what are we doing on the other side of the world? Are our problems not here? And so if you send me to Washington, D.C., you're going to have someone who will fight for you. Because I took that oath of enlistment when I went to the South Tamil River Valley in Afghanistan. I never dropped it. I never got de-radicalized when I came back. It still means something to me. All of you, all of your children, my children, our grandchildren. If we are going to be the shining city on the hill, that city should be able to shine regardless of what is going on in the rest of the world well into the future. I really and genuinely appreciate your time. I'm grateful for the opportunity to address your audience tonight, sir. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is David Serpa. This is my lovely crew over here. My sister, who served in combat. She went to Iraq. Chris, who's trying to keep me organized. She's doing her best. She's going to PhD in organizational leadership. She's going to need it. And then Kathy, who's joined us this evening. So thank you guys so much. Again, my name is David Serpa.